Hey guys, how are you doing? So I thought I'd bring you guys along on a little walk with me today. Got hills in the background there. Yeah, and just explain little bit about why this channel. I mean, I've already got one where I do long distance walks, day walks and things. So why bother? Why create a whole new channel for running, especially when not very good at it, not very fast. I popped a run up the other day, it was just a 5k. So like, who's going to be interested in that? It's not very exciting. And nobody knows me. So that said, if you do not know me, my name is Barb. And yeah, we're picking up this running thing again. Did a half marathon back in 2024, I had to think there. And that was the longest distance I had kind of run. I was really consistent that whole year with running. Did a few 10k events and it was all feeling really, really good. Was it 24? No, it wasn't. It was 2025. Yeah, 2025. And I've signed up to do the same half marathon again this year, 2026. And every training run I tried to go out on, it just wasn't happening. It felt really, really hard. Headspace was not in a good place. I just found it really challenging. I'd either be skipping training sessions, or I'd be finishing early. Something would be wrong every single run. I was working with a coach at that point, and he kind of said, you know, I think the right thing might be to do is just pull out the race and take a little break from the running and focus on the strength. And actually I was so relieved. I was like, yes, let's do that. That sounds great. And it's so bizarre because I started off this year fully intending it to be an amazing year. I literally wanted to run into the new year, and it did. And one of my friends came along with this crazy girl and did a midnight run to see the bells in. And it wasn't even nice weather. Like, I'm pretty sure it was a miserable night. And we did it. It was just a short run. It wasn't intention to go far. It was just, I literally want to run into the new year and kick it off, end one year and kick off the new one how I intended it to be. And it just didn't happen. So right now it is June and we're just picking up the running again, but I've got massive goals. So I'm signed up for a half marathon, Rannoch half marathon. It's in October this year, so quite a wee while away yet. I'm not working with a coach currently, so I'm having to trust myself to program my own training blog for this. Feel pretty good about it, feel pretty confident about it, but we're not leaving things there. That is not the ultimate goal. As I said already, I do have another channel where we cover long distance walks, and I love to be out day walking. I love to be up in the hills, and I fully suspect at heart I am not a road runner. These sleeves up, I'm getting quite warm. I'm a trail runner, and I'm also a really slow runner. And in my head I'm starting to question, like, what if being slow is actually my super strength here rather than be something that holds me back. Oh, that beastie up the nose. I also stopped to take the hoodie off there because it's warmer than what I thought. Also, I really enjoy trail running, and I think I've known that for a while, realised that for a while, but not really let it resonate with me. Even going back years ago when I was in America and visiting some friends, I went out to one of the sort of state parks, Hocking Hills, and hills. It was pretty much up and down, and there was woodland, and the person I was with, and I knew he liked to run these trails, and I had said to him, I am not a runner, I will not be able to run, I feel intended to walk. However, that's not what happened. Oh, that beastie up the nose. I also stopped to take the hoodie off there because it's warmer than what I thought. Also, I really enjoy trail running, and I think I've known that for a while, realised that for a while, but not really let it resonate with me. Even going back years ago when I was in America and visiting some friends, I went out to one of the sort of state parks, Hocking Hills, and hills. It was pretty much up and down, and there was woodland, and the person I was with, and I knew he liked to run these trails, and I had said to him, I am not a runner, I will not be able to run, I fully intended to walk. However, that's not what happened. I did end up running it, and I actually really loved it. A lot hotter there than what it is in the UK, because we're in the woods, it was pretty shaded, and honestly it was so enjoyable, and I was not running at all at that point. I did not have that type of fitness there. I was doing our cardio and things, but not run specific. So yeah, that's just one example of being on a trail where I was like, I absolutely loved that. And so here I am thinking, okay, we like to walk long distances over multiple days, we like being on trail, we like being in the hills, we are slow at running. Maybe all these things together is setting me up to be an ultra runner. And previously I've always thought there's absolutely no way, that's impossible, that is an insane distance, it looks incredible, I'd love to run the full West Highland Way race thing, but there's just no way I could ever do that. How pretty is this river, by the way, especially on such a nice day. I love walking around this park. Got an old wall there as well, which is beautiful. But yeah, apologies by the way if the wind's picking up too much in the camera just now. I started to question, but what if it is possible? What if it is possible to run the ultra distance? So right now my eyes are set on the Devil of the Highlands race. It's 50 miles I think, taken in the second half of the West Highlands Way. It's also a qualifier distance, if it ever was to go on and do the sort of 100 miler along the West Highland Way. Right now that 100 miles seems like there's not a chance, there's no way. 50 miles, like, it seems like a ridiculously big challenge, and I'll be honest, I don't know if I can do it, but equally I don't know if I can do it, and the only way I'll find out is if I actually give it a go and try. So the plan is we're going to do this training block for the half marathon at the end of the year. We're going to kind of see where things are at and make a decision from there as to what is next. Eyes are definitely on the ultra, to give it a go, to give it a bash. How we go about that, however, right now, I don't know. No longer working with a coach, and the coach I was working with, honestly, was so amazing, he was so good, learned so much from him, but I don't know if he would be the right one. If I was to rework with a coach, I don't know if he'd be the right person to take me to that ultra distance. I don't know if I'd be better working with a coach who is specific to that kind of training. It's just so pretty, look at it. So yeah, lots of questions right now. Can I do it? Don't know. Is it going to be hard? 100%. Do I have the amount of hours in the week to be able to train for that? I do not know. Lots of unknowns, but one of those unknowns is maybe I can do it, and I won't know until I try. And so that's what we're going to be exploring, and that's kind of why this channel, it's a really odd looking tree just over there. It's almost like a little, you guys won't be able to see it on the camera, but it's almost like a little baby pyramid shape, teepee shape even, just looks strange. Anyway, that's why this channel, like, if nobody ends up watching it, that's okay, because the plan behind this is just to document my journey, because that way if we do manage to do this, we've got the whole journey. right back from the beginning, because we are back in the beginning stages of looking at running. So we're taking it from 0 to potentially 100, which would be crazy. The very thing my old coach told me never ever do. You don't go from 0 to 100. We're going to go 0 to 1 to 2 to 3 and build up. Oh, this is so peaceful right now. It's like look and just listen for a moment. But these kind of places, in the open, in the countryside, these are the places where I feel good. These are the places where I feel grounded. These are the places where I feel at my best. I have now walked the West Highland Way 3 times, and honestly, my soul feels so happy, so alive, so at peace, so good in that place. So yeah, we're going to pursue this, and whatever happens, happens. But we're going to give it a bash and see. I think honestly, I'm just going to sit here for a bit. I just hope there's no ticks in the grass is the only thing. Always the fear. Oh, my legs are really sore today, and it's not from the run. Let's sneeze. I've actually done so little this week. Normally I have at least 3 sort of strength training sessions out, and I've done none of those this week. Partly because I teach body pump, and we have the new releases getting launched today, which is today's Sunday. So I've taken some time this week just to like really burn out, because I feel like sometimes I go to launch the new stuff and it's not as like smooth as I'd like it to be. I was like, no, like my people that come along deserve better than that. So I was determined to take time over it and get a really good launch this time. So yeah, I spent the week doing that. I did a cycle class on Monday, and we ran a 5k run yesterday, and that's been it. I don't understand why my body is as sore as it is, especially the arms. Saying that my nutrition's not been the best this week either. We feel a lot of junk, so that certainly would add to it. We're pulling that back in line this week as well. We're going to get the training done. So coming into this week, just may as well chat with you guys, or myself. Reflect back on the journey eventually. Training this week is going to look like I have another long run on Saturday. I'm just going to repeat the 5k. We're trying to run in miles, which feels very strange right now. But I think if we are going to go for bigger distances than miles, it's going to make more sense over time. So we've got that 3.1 miles or whatever it is on Saturday. Got a different route we're going to take. I've got a full body strength session, upper body strength session with a run added into it as well. That'll be a sort of, it'll eventually become a sort of speed run, interval runs and hill runs, but right now it's just a zone 2 run, building up time on the feet for this first few weeks off my block. I've got a midweek run as well, which is between 15 and 20 minutes. So try to build volume over the week. When I was doing this before, I think I had my long run and I had an interval session during the week as well, and that was it. So this time we're adding in that one extra run, and we'll see how it goes. I run on Sunday, like it felt okay. Saturday, yesterday even, like it felt okay. Did not manage to run all of it, but like it was okay. I mostly stayed in my zone 2. It took me 45 minutes to run that time, but do you know what? I'm not bored it took me that long. And one thing, really good thing, Cami, my previous coach, actually said to me, it stuck with me, is we don't train from where we were at. No, we don't train from where we once were, we train from where we're at just now. And we've not really run this year, so we're back to like basics, we're back to building that base. And so I was quite happy that, do you know what, I got out, I got the distance covered I wanted to cover. It was enjoyable, so it was a win. It doesn't matter if it took longer than what it probably should have. It took the time it did, and that's okay. I'm going to see that improve over the next few weeks. At least hopefully we will, but I'm not worrying about it. I'm not stressing about it. The fact we got out, we got kicked off, we're into a new training block. is perfect. I do not want to move from a spot. Sorry, I'm sniffing away now. The grass actually feels wet. Just it on. It's not wet to touch, it must be slightly damp. That's okay. So yeah, that's my intro. That's kind of why I'm doing this channel. It's more just to document the journey for me, and if other people are interested in that, fantastic. If they're not, that's okay too. 100% that's okay. So welcome along, welcome to my journey. We may not get to the ultra distance. If we don't, that is okay, for whatever reason, be it that I just don't have the mental endurance to do it, or I don't have the time, like the hours to into long ones, or I'm just finding the long ones like too much. Who knows? But we're going to give it a bash because it's something that sets my soul on fire. Like every time I think about that race, the whole West Highland Way, or even the Devil of the Highlands one, I'm like, that'd be incredible to do. That'd be so hard, it seems impossible. And now I'm like, but what if it's not? What if we can do this? What if that thing that makes me feel excited whenever I think about it, and I always say that'd be amazing to do, what if it is the thing this body was actually made to do, and I just didn't know it yet? And I kind of, it's just, like, it still seems impossible. Like, it still seems like, yeah, we're dreaming, we're just pretending it'd be nice, but we're never actually going to achieve it. But at the same time, I'm thinking about, what if, because it's in April, what if I come back to this video, and then, like, after that race, Devil of the Highlands, and like, we sat here not knowing if we could do it or not, and we've done it. We've proven how much further this body can go. We've shown how much it can do. Other people do it, people that are older. So, really, I feel you emotional there. In absolute reality, there is no reason why I cannot do it. We just need to show up and put in the time, put in the training. But there's really no reason why we cannot do this. And that's incredible. So, yeah, here we go. And who knows, we might find some healing over this journey as well. Like I say, the start of this year was really, really hard. Had a lot kind of going on personal. And to be honest, like, I think I spent 6 months of this year in turmoil. And I'm not happy with where I'm at. Like, I'm not happy with necessarily the stage in life where things are at. Certain things have not worked out for how I thought they would have. I feel like my joy, peace and happiness is not necessarily there right now. And I think we've been holding on to feelings. I think we've been holding on to stuff rather than working through them. So hopefully, like, we're going to turn this year around. We're not holding ourselves hostage anymore. We're going to turn this year around. And that was one thing I found yesterday, and it was different from what it was at the start of the year. It's like being out there run, that rhythmic thud 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 to the feet. Like, it was actually quite soothing. Whereas that same thing at the start of the year was completely overwhelmed. So I feel like the time's right. And we're going to go do this. And we're going to see what happens. And we're going to give it our very best shot. So join me on my journey right now towards half marathon training. And then let's see what happens from there. Exciting things. I'm going to sit here for a while, it's just so peaceful.